battle now going on for the third spot between Andy Thurman and Jeff Purvis. Purvis now gets inside of Thurman down the backstretch. He has the inside line going into turn number 3. Coming out of turn number 4, Purvis will take the spot away from Thurman as they cross the stripe and move into third place. Purvis has had one of the strongest cars on this track all night long.
You know, they're lapping Faggart over there on the back side. It looks like maybe Faggart ain't been able to get that thing back up to full power. That's a real shame, too. He's drove hard. Faggart's been out in a couple of sportsman races this week, too, over in Charlotte. It's a real shame, but he's got to stay in there and try to make some points.
All right, here comes your leader. Butch Miller crosses the stripe, 159 laps complete. He continues to lead Freddie Query, and now Jeff Purvis has moved into third. Andy Thurman is in fourth and dropping back now. The Rich Bickle Jr. car currently is in the 5th spot. There you see the rest of the field. Robbie Faggart bringing up the rear, crossing the stripe. There you see A.J. Sanders. All of those guys are several laps down as your leader, Butch Miller, crosses the stripe and puts 161 laps in the book.
Looks like Jeff Purvis has gotten inside of Freddie down there. And Freddie's been holding outside line, and if he don't cut him off here, I think Purvis is going to pull him back up here in second spot here.
Freddie Query, though, seems to be one of the drivers here at Concord who likes that higher line.
You know, it's like last week, Woody. They run like that just about the whole night. Freddie in front, except Jack Sprague was behind him, and he'd pull up on him just like he did right there in the corners, and then Freddie'd shoot out in front of him, and they run the whole 50-lap race out here like that. And Freddie just never let up and won the race.
There you see the second and third place cars putting another lap just a moment ago on Robbie Faggart. 2 and 3 take the stripe. 164 laps are complete.
Coming down right there in front of us, Andy Thurman and Rich Bickle going door to door, and Thurman cut back in front of him, got back around in front of him on the back side, Woody.
There you see the Robert Powell car taking the stripe. There you see your leaders, or your second and third place car rather, Freddie Query and Jeff Purvis now battling it out. All that activity allows Butch Miller to pull well away from the second and third place cars. As they come out of turn number 2, he now has a 12 car length lead over his closest competitors. There's the Robbie Faggart car, obviously well off the pace. Conrad Morgan puts a lap on him, so that could do something with the points race.
That's right. Many times positions, Morgan can finish up in front of him. He's got to do that and try to push himself back up there in the lead.
There you see Jeff Purvis and Freddie Query continuing to battle door to door. Purvis took the stripe.
Yeah, Woody.
They are now door to door as they have been for the last several laps. It looks like Purvis has finally taken the advantage having that inside line. Just simple distance tells you he's got the shorter line to go, and now Freddie Query drops well back.
Yeah, they're going to have to go at it. Another thing they got to start thinking about, Woody, we're about a 30-lap shootout away from the end of this thing. How many tires going out? Looks like Rich Bickle's still going strong. He's trying to get back underneath Andy Thurman coming out of 4. Andy, this is absolutely the biggest, longest, best race Andy Thurman's run in his life.
That is the battle for 4th spot. Andy Thurman from New Orleans, Rich Bickle from Edgerton, Wisconsin, the national short track champion. Those two cars are battling for the 4th position. For the moment, Andy Thurman hangs on.
You know, Andy Thurman's got a 3rd and a 4th out here in the Big Ten Series so far, but he ain't ever run against a field of competition like this. So somehow I guess you got to factor that in a little bit, but he was out there doing some door banging with Bickle there a couple laps back. It looks like Bickle's trying to get under him again over there on the back side. Everybody's coming out of 4.
Take the stripe, putting 173 laps complete. There is your leader, the number 62 Banquet machine being driven by Butch Miller. The Wisconsin driver now takes the stripe again and puts 174 laps down. It looks like, Willie, Jeff Purvis is reeling him in just a little bit, but with 26 laps to go. There's plenty of time for him to catch him, but a lot has to happen.
I tell you what, Butch Miller has driven tonight just like a hungry man and everything too. And you know, I know he's been looking to get. I saw him over in Charlotte this week talking. Whoa, we got a.
Freddie Query is dropping well off the pace, and we've got a crash down on the straightaway. 52 Doug Jackson and 4 Tim Gordon. Freddie Query drops off the pace down the backstretch at the same time. All these cars tangled up. 176 laps complete in this event. They got tangled up as they crossed the start-finish line, turned sideways, and couldn't get away. It looked like the crash between Kenny Schrader and Ricky Rudd a couple of weeks ago. But these guys find the inside wall here at the Concord Motor Speedway as your leaders are now coming out of turn number 4 when they take the stripe. 177 laps are complete. There you see Gordon fire on his machine now. He gets out of the car and is apparently okay. Jackson was able to get his car moving again.
I got a little news tip for everybody there, Woody. That's Jack Sprague getting out of that number 4 Tim Gordon car. That's not Tim Gordon. That's Jack Sprague. I reckon that's that Keystone Beer outfit he's got.
Jeff Purvis and Rich Bickle are your top 3. Robert Powell and Hank Jarman are right on their tails, and the green flag drops. There they go. Purvis is ready to make a challenge right away on Butch Miller, and they're side by side going into 3. Purvis with the low line. He's back in, comes out from under him just a hair, and that allows Butch Miller to hang on as he goes into turn 1.
I bet these two guys are loving this, Woody. There ain't nothing going on out there tonight that they hadn't already done sometime before. Door to door, out of 4. Watch them go.
But look at Rich Bickle, the number 45 car, sneaks in there from all that battling. Now Purvis has the lead. Butch Miller on the outside, the 62 car, drops to second. Rich Bickle there momentarily now is in 3rd place. He challenged for second for a moment as the Andy Thurman car, who was in 3rd for much of the night, goes behind the wall. Another one of attrition in this race. 17 cars are left out of 32 that started. 188 laps complete. Your leader is now Jeff Purvis. Butch Miller is in second. The 3rd place car, Rich Bickle Jr., the national short track champion. 4th is the number 2 car, the Coca-Cola machine, driven by Robert Powell. And the number 55 car, driven by Hank Jarman, is in 5th. Here come your leaders now to take the stripe, putting 191 laps in the books. There they are, lapping the Robbie Faggart car that was running strong for much of this race. He had some trouble earlier. He got into some trouble coming out of turn 4 and has not been the same since.
Well, this thing's definitely going to jumble a point standings. Too bad we can't hang on long enough for me to figure all this out before we get out of here, but it's going to be interesting.
8 laps to go. Purvis, Miller, Bickle, Powell, and Jarman continue to be your leaders. Here come your leaders about to put a lap on Jody Ridley. Willie, these guys are lapping some quality drivers.
I'll tell you what, you think Jeff Purvis and Jody Ridley can't smell, and Bickle right there. I mean, you're talking about a bunch of short track excellence, those first 3 cars. You think every one of them right now ain't thinking about that finish line? You think them second 2 even thought about giving up? No, sirree.
Here comes Bickle looking like he's ready to put a challenge on Miller, but can't find a way to get underneath him coming out of 4.
You know, the cream rises to the top, and I guess that does that thing in racing too, Woody.
Your top 3 are definitely the class of this field.